the Sahara tent at Coachella, and he's also the wonder boy of dubstep. Datsik, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for the interview.
We go, don't stop till somebody call the cops.
My gateway song for the EDM community was Rank 1 Airwave. I don't know if you know that song. It's like super old. It's kind of obscure too. Well, what was one of your gateway songs to the EDM world?
I would say any old school Pendulum. I used to love that. Let's see, Tarantula, Fasten Your Seatbelt. Also, Ed Rush and Optical. Pac-Man was actually the first record I ever bought.
So then how did you transition from like, wow, I really like this music to, oh, okay, I'm going to try to make something like this?
Well, I had actually already been making a lot of hip hop before I even heard like about, you know, drum and bass or breaks or any of that. But once I kind of heard it, I was like, holy crap, this stuff is like way heavier, and it's like, you know, it gets people moving.
It's dirty, it's filthy.
Yeah, exactly. So at that point I was like, okay, I got to at least take a stab at this, you know.
I know that Cryo Man was performing on stage with you at Coachella, right? He was actually on our show also. So how did that come about?
They were at Ultra and they offered to come out on stage for me, and I didn't really know what they were about, and then I saw them and I was like, whoa. I'm like, I gotta get these guys on board because, you know, they're basically 8-foot tall robots that are all decked out in LEDs, and you know, they're spraying cryo at the crowd, and they have these laser guns, and it just, you know, it seems so fitting for the type of music that I play. So it actually went really well. I was pretty stoked.
So your album out right now is Vitamin D on the DIMAC label. Can you tell me how that came about? And I know you also have Z-Trip and Infected Mushroom. They're friends of the show.
Well, I basically met Steve on Identity Tour, and me and him kind of broed out, and you know, he ended up being the coolest dude ever, and he basically hit me up. He's like, dude, heard you're making an album. I would love to put it out on DIMAC, and you know, it was a pretty easy decision for me because, you know, I met the whole team, met everyone who works for DIMAC, and kind of the whole brains behind the operation was Steve, and Steve was, you know, obviously super passionate, super stoked on it, and you know, it just was meant to be, and you know, I don't regret a second of it, and you know, I love all the guys at DIMAC. They're such cool people, and you know, I've made tons of friends over it too, so it was really cool.
I know that your name, Datsik, is from your gamer tag on Xbox, and I also know that you made a remix of Genova from Final Fantasy, so I don't know if there's any other nerds out there, but that's a pretty nerdy thing to do. So what kind of games do you like to play, or do you still play games? Do you know, take time out of your busy schedules to play anything?
Well, I played Final Fantasy VII multiple times over. I love that game. It was one of the best quest games ever.
Agreed.
And then Halo, I played a lot of Halo, and right now I'm kind of hooked on Diablo.
What's your Battle.net tag?
Dubstep Ninja 1979.
So you're gonna have a bunch of people now like requesting to be in your party.
Yeah, maybe. It's funny. I play with like 12 Planet and Kill the Noise and Terra Vita. They all play too. And
What level are you right now? Are you like super in it, or it's kind of like not too far in yet?
the highest level is 60. I'm level 57.
So yeah, you're in it. Where do you take the time to do this though? So you're just like performing it and like on stage in front of 1,000, you know, some odd people, and then you go home and you're like on the computer.
Pretty much. And also airports. I'm in airports a lot, so I usually just get on the Wi-Fi and then just, you know, let loose, slay some demons.
So make sure to check him out on his tour. That's Datsik. Thank you so much. Vitamin D is his album. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.